And hello, everyone. We are live from George Finnie Stadium here at the campus of Baldwin Wallace. We apologize for the late delay. And apparently, this game started early at a 1 o'clock start. So we do apologize for that. But I am Ramel Thorpe on the call here with Ken Straub, our newest member of the 216 Sports Network. Welcome, Ken.
Great to be here. Thanks for having me.
Always a pleasure. And we are in the midst of Baldwin Wallace and the Howard Huskies. Huskies are up 6-0 at the moment and driving. So we are going to see a battle of sorts between both the Huskies and the Yellow Jackets.
Definitely some good defensive play to start the game here.
And there's a punt by the Huskies. And he's hit, but he doesn't go down. And he slips. The turf monster catches him.
Big hit there. Way to stay up. Way to run through the play.
Oh, it could have turned into something big. Unfortunately for the return man, and we apologize, we do not have any rosters as of yet. But nevertheless, we are going to get you guys the action. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Yellow Jackets. Ball will be spotted on the Yellow Jacket 27. Quarterback takes the snap. He hands it off to number 5. He keeps it. He goes right up the middle. He may have some blockers. He does.
Gone.
He is gone. Kiss him goodbye. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets.
Wonderful play call. Absolutely perfectly designed. Up the middle. Clear as day. In for 6. Untouched on the play.
Untouched is absolutely right. And I'm just as astounded as you guys at home. As you can see, the quarterback went in untouched, and a great play call, as you said, Ken. Kick is away, and the kick is good. So the Yellow Jackets come back and get even the score at 7-6. Take the lead.
And we'll see how the Huskies can respond here on this next drive.
Indeed, we will. I'm interested because last time we had the Huskies on our channel, they were playing Mount Union, and it was a tale of two halves, as Mount Union only scored 14 points in the second half, as opposed to normally scoring at will.
Yeah.
And you got to understand that this Husky team is a group of young guys in junior college trying to make a way. And for those watching at home, it's something to be said is because this program has been built up from the ground up by Coach Howard.
Definitely want to see them come out here and compete today. Stay with it. Obviously, the numbers don't favor the Huskies. However, it doesn't mean that once you come out and you start to play and you start to get rolling, it doesn't mean that the score can't stay in your favor.
Indeed. And nevertheless, it's still a 1 point game. So
Absolutely.
with that being said, at it being a 1 point game, sometimes you just have to go with the flow and change the momentum. And the Huskies have done that.
Yes. And it is a point, but you're not chasing the game. The game is still there.
It's a high kick.
Everything is right in front of you.
It's fielded. Tries to make a move. There was no blocking. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. And that is where the Huskies will take over 1st and 10. Ball will be spotted at the 28 of the Huskies.
It'll be good to get off to a good start here.
Well, as we were coming in, they were already on the board.
Absolutely.
So the momentum is there. And you got to wonder, can they hold on to that momentum?
We'll see here as they line up. Two wide receivers each side, one running back in.
He gets to the outside, and he's finally brought down, and it looks like he's got a gain of 7.
And that's exactly what we talked about, getting the drive going, getting some good momentum, getting positive yardage, positive plays.
So it'll be second down. And it looks about 3. So second and 3. Takes it, hands it off right up the middle. Bowls his way, gets another. Looks like he's close to the first down.
That's going to be very close.
If he doesn't already give it, it looks like the refs are going to spot him just a hair short.
Ooh, that's a tough spot.
It's a generous spot for the defense, if you ask me. But nevertheless, it'll be third down and 1.
Let's see what the Huskies can dial up here on third down. Keep these chains moving. Keep this drive going. A bunch formation.
He goes right up the middle to push, the tush push, and he does get the first down. It'll be a fresh set of downs for the Huskies.
Smart play calling here, too. Keeping the drive going, but making sure we're getting positive yardage every time.
And with 5 seconds left, they will take the quarter. And that will do it for the first quarter of play. And we will be back with the second quarter just after this. And we are back with the second quarter. Huskies are trying to keep the drive alive, which they did, just getting a first down just before the end of the first quarter. So first and 10, Huskies. Ball on the 41. Takes the snap. He drops back to pass. He looks. He throws. It's open. It's caught by number 5. Number 5 tries to get away. And then he's finally pushed out of bounds.
Kind of a victim of trying to make too much of a play there. Kind of lost his momentum and ended up losing a couple yards on that.
Nevertheless, it's a gain of, actually, he lost 1 on the play. So it'll be second down and 11. Three wide receivers, 2 to the near side, and a pistol formation for the Huskies. He takes the snap. He hands it off. There's a blitz coming. And he tries to get away. He does. He gets something out of nothing. He gets a gain of maybe 5 on that play. Actually,
Outstanding
it's about
run
7
through the contact.
if you count the lost yardage.
Outstanding run through the contact. Way to break the first tackle. Keep the line moving. Putting him in a better chance for pick up a first down here.
Indeed. Again, this is our first trip to Baldwin Wallace. George Finnie Stadium, historic Tressle family field. Named after famous Baldwin Wallace coach Lee Tressle, who was head coach of the only Division III national championship team. He's got a man open.
There.
It's caught. Can he get to the sideline? He does, but he's brought down inside the 5.
Outstanding.
Great catch by number 6.
Tracked the ball down, got his hands on it, did bobble the first catch, but got it right back in. kept himself in bounds. That's well done.
That is great awareness and great focus on the ball. And now the Huskies are in scoring position. So it is now first and goal.
Now let's see if
Ball
they
is on
can.
the 3.
Let's see if they can punch it in here. They've been running the ball well. Let's see if we can continue it here.
He gets up the middle. And he's finally brought down. It'll be second down and goal to go. Ball will be spotted back at the 5 now as he lost a couple on the play.
And just like in the first quarter, let's see if the Huskies can capitalize on a nice early drive, put more points on the board, and put the pressure back on the Yellow Jackets. Second down here.
Second and goal. Tight formation. Number 7 takes the snap. He drops back. And he is sacked. That is number 15 out of nowhere. We didn't even see him.
Big hit on the quarterback.
That's something the quarterback has got to notify his line of, because that could mean the difference between life and death.
Huskies backed up here. Now this is going to be a tough. It's going to be a tough third down here.
Third and goal.
These third downs will continue to get bigger and bigger as the game goes on, but
it does give them space for a better play selection.
Yes.
So we will see what the Huskies have up their sleeve.
Absolutely. Spread some guys out, get some guys moving, get some motion going. See if we can make a play here.
7 takes it, throws it up. He's got a man. It's caught. Touchdown, Huskies.
And exactly like we just talked about. Backed up a couple yards, opened the playbook up. Great pass into the corner. 5 hauls it in. Touchdown, Huskies.
Ken, you are absolutely right. That was a beautifully drawn up play. Gotta wonder, because this is a totally different team from the time that we saw them at Mount Union. They're moving the ball effortlessly. Deep plays. The run game is established, not like it was against Mount Union, but the team has improved, and you can see that the team has improved.
Absolutely.
And it looks like the Huskies are going to go for 2.
They also did a great job on this drive of staying out of long third downs, except for this last one here up towards the goal line. Ooh.
Tries to get up the middle. It looks like it was a botched play. And that will be a no good 2-point conversion. But nevertheless, the Huskies take a 10-7 or 12-7, 12-7 lead in favor of themselves.
Good drive put together by the Huskies there. Yes, a botch on the 2-point conversion, but nonetheless, the positives there, moving the ball, getting into short third downs, scoring points.
And that's all it is. That's really all it is. And when you look at it from a standpoint of trying to keep momentum, they have done just that. Keeping the momentum, keeping the drive alive, and now it's just a matter of getting stops. As we all know, historically, Baldwin Wallace has kept a good defense, JV and varsity, and now this is a matter of, can the Huskies get a turnover and take the lead, or extend the lead rather?
Absolutely. Put pressure on these younger Yellow Jackets to have to move the ball against you just the same way you did against them.
Indeed. Kickoff will be made by looks like number 5. And if you see these players wearing pink, it is Breast Cancer Awareness Month here in October. So kick is away. We support everyone. It's caught. It's fielded by the upback. And he's brought down just over the 40. It looked like it'll be at the 41. And that is where the Huskies, or the Yellow Jackets, will start their drive. 1st and 10.
Important, very important defensive defensive stand here coming for the Huskies. You have the lead. Can you get a stop here? Get your offense right back on the field, which is moving the ball. Can you get them right back out there so they can try to put more points on the board?
And this is what we will see on this drive. So first and 10 Jackets. And there is a stoppage in play.
It's like a timeout by the Huskies there. Looks like some miscommunication on the defense.
And if that is such, Huskies will use a timeout, and we will take one quick timeout with them and be right. And we are back after the timeout. First and 10 Yellow Jackets. Ball is spotted on their own 41. I have to give a shout out to my mom, as yesterday was her birthday. She's out celebrating with my lady at the Browns 49ers game.
Happy birthday, Mom.
Also a Baldwin Wallace alumni, as number 10 or number 40 goes up the middle for a gain of 8. So it'll be second down and 2. And hurry up offense for the Yellow Jackets. And once again, the quarterback goes up the middle, and he's finally brought down close to the first down.
It's the second time we've seen that play in 2 drives for the Yellow Jackets here. The first time it broke open for a huge touchdown.
It is can't get his number yet. It is number 14 for the Yellow Jackets. So it is now it is first down and 10. An overcast day. The rain has stopped, thankfully. Takes a snap, hands it off. Tries to get some yards. He does get a gain of what looks like 3. It'll be second down and 7.
And Baldwin Wallace trying to pick up the tempo a little bit too. I think it's smart for their offense to try to get in a little bit more sync.
Takes a snap, hands it off. He throws over the middle. He's got a man open. It's caught. And number 1 makes the touchdown saving tackle.
And that's exactly what it was. He was clear as day, 4-6. So it could come over by number 1 to come over to get the tackle. A great play over the middle.
Got to watch that tight end pop with those RPOs. And that's exactly what we just saw.
And we see it again here. The Yellow Jackets moving with tempo. Line up 3 wide.
Close, tight formation to the far side. He hands it off to the weak side. And there is nowhere to go as number 11 for the Huskies drags him down and meets him first. It'll be second and 10. Actually, he loses one on the play, so it'll be second and 11.
Good job by the Huskies defense to get in the backfield, make a tackle, wrap up, keep him from breaking a tackle and getting more yards.
And for those of you guys, first-time watchers, this is college prep, so these young men are in junior college. He fakes a handoff. He throws. It's just over the head. Pass intended for number 4. It was great coverage on the play.
It was. Both guys getting hands on each other.
If there's one thing I can say about Coach Howard and the Huskies, I do know for a fact Coach Howard is going to recruit defensive backs. As Coach Howard, a former defensive back himself, I have played for this man. This is one of the toughest coaches I've ever had. So I can attest to you better have your A game when you're out there in coverage.
Absolutely.
So it's third down and 11.
4 wide receivers in for the Yellow Jackets.
14 takes a snap. He looks to throw. He got a man in his face. He throws it. Oh, he actually tries to get out of,
Ooh,
and he does, but does he get the first down? He got out of the pocket. He faked our own cameraman out, as that happens to everybody from time to time, so don't beat yourself up. But it will be 4th and 2 for the Yellow Jackets, as he made a lot out of that play.
now let's see if the Howard Huskies defense can get in here and make a stand. They've been good against the run on your traditional handoffs. There was a fake that broke open, but other than that,
And the traditional I formation in tune for the Yellow Jackets. Hands it up the middle. He does try to get up there,
I don't
but
think he
is
got
he
it.
got it? Does he have it is the question.
No, I
And
know
the
he doesn't.
Huskies are celebrating like they got the stop.
And
And
that's
they did.
and that's exactly what we talked about. Yes, they gave up yards. Can you make a stand? Can you make a play so that your offense can get back on the field? And that's exactly what they just did.
Yes, indeed. And now they have a chance to actually extend their lead if they can get out of the shadow of their own goalpost. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Huskies.
Pin back deep. Can they continue to be able to run the ball to move themselves and give themselves some space to open that playbook up?
And I believe they can. It just have to be a strategic run play. Inverted wishbone. Let's get up the middle. Does not get a lot. Looks like he may just have got back to the line of scrimmage.
Still important on this drive to continue to establish the run like they did in the first drive. Establish that run, allow it to open it up for the play action.
And
Find some
that's
guys down the field.
which is how the Yellow Jackets got down the field with RPO play action. Could we see the same from the Huskies? So 2nd and 10. 4 wide receivers tight to the formation. He drops back to pass. He looks. He throws. Got out. Oh, just over his hands. So now it makes it 3rd down and a long situation. So what would you call in this situation in order to get more space out of the end zone?
This is tough. I would definitely think about potentially a play action pass here. I know that we just dropped one there, but it doesn't mean you can't come right back on the next play and go for it again. Definitely like to see something potentially through the middle here. Somebody coming through, wide receiver, tight end.
And this would be the time to do it, as the Jackets are pinning their ears back. 4 wide
Themselves
receivers tight to the near side.
themselves trying to do what the Huskies just did, and that's get a defensive stop.
He's going deep. He's got a
Oh,
man, and it falls uncatchable, and that will bring up 4th down.
not sure if there was a miscommunication or maybe a misroute because wide receiver really didn't know where the ball was when the quarterback threw it up, but he was there. So hopefully we can get that solved.
And it looks like the Jackets will punt.
Number 6 back for the Yellow Jackets to receive this punt.
It's a good kick.
Great
Takes a
bounce.
couple bounces. Number 6 picks it up. He gets to the sideline, and he's drug out of bounds there. And that is where the the Yellow Jackets will take over with great field position.
They got a good roll on the punt. Number 6 for the Yellow Jackets made a good pickup, turned the corner, pick up some positive yards, and try to get the Yellow Jackets in position to put some more points on the board. Now we'll see if the Huskies defense can come out once again, and though they got pushed back a little bit, make a stand where it counts and allow the offense to come back on the field.
So 1st and 10. Yellow Jackets. Ball is on the Husky 36. 14 in the shotgun with 3 wide receivers, 2 to the near side. Takes the snap, hands it off. Tries to get around the corner. He bowls his way. As number 3 makes the tackle for the Huskies. As actually number 5. We apologize.
Once again, good defense and good tackling by the Huskies. They've showed to be good tackling team here today, not allowing guys to break through the first tackle, bringing multiple defenders in to make those tackles as well.
And once again, up tempo for the Yellow Jackets. Takes a snap. He drops back the pass. He throws a deep ball. It's picked off. Number 12 gets the interception.
Great play on the ball. We just talked about it on the last drive. Coach Howard recruiting DBs, guys who can make plays on the ball. And once again, the defense comes through with their second interception of the day. There was one interception earlier in the first quarter. Second one here.
And as you can see, the sun poking its head out. That might be a sign for the Huskies. Unfortunately, it's back in their own territory, but nevertheless, a great play on the ball by number 12.
Now let's see if the Huskies can establish that offensive line and get it moving and see if they can get some of the run game going again like they did on the first two drives.
So 1st and 10, Huskies. Ball spotted just outside the 5 at the 6. Takes the snap, hands it off, tries to get up the middle. Gets a few. Gets about 4 on the play, so it'll be 2nd down and 6.
Did a good job of following his lineman, too. He didn't try to overdo it. Didn't try to make a hole appear that wasn't there.
So 2nd and 6 for the Huskies with 6:19 to go in the second quarter, just before halftime.
Important drive here for the Huskies, too. See if they can get some points up before halftime.
Takes the snap, hands it off again, tries to get up the middle, makes a couple moves, great moves, and then he's hit immediately. Number 2, but he does get the 1st down.
And once again, the Huskies establishing that offensive line, pushing them back, getting the run game going.
And the Jackets come in here 3-1, while the Huskies come in at 2-4. So this could be a big momentum win for the Huskies. If they can keep this momentum up. Gets around the edge. Can he get to the corner? He does, and then he's slammed WWE style immediately. Out of bounds.
Good tackle by the Yellow Jackets there. But once again, as we keep saying, the Huskies moving the ball, establishing the run.
Gets 4 on the play again, so it'll be 2nd down and 6.
Wouldn't be surprised. A little bit of play action here. Possibly moving in to come back and pass. When they have taken their shots, they've been good shots for the Huskies. So let's see what they decide to go with here.
2nd down. Takes the snap. Hands it off once again. Tries to get around the edge. He does, but he loses maybe 2 on that play. It'll bring up 3rd down. They're going to say he got back to the line of scrimmage, so it'll be 3rd down and 6. And the clock running down. Got to wonder if the coaches for the Huskies are going to take a shot, as they have done on 3rd down many a time.
And they've worked. They've established the run. It opens up those plays. Let's see if they can take an advantage one here and keep the chains moving.
3rd and 6. Takes the snap, fakes the hand. It's caught. Oh, it is dropped. Good play call. It's slant. It just couldn't hold on to it. Pass was intended for number 5, so now it's 4th down.
And like we talked about, though, the run was being established. Those pass plays are opening up there. Unfortunately, they just didn't come through on that one. But the shots are there.
They are there. And that's the beauty of it. The offense for the Huskies has kept the Yellow Jackets off balance on defense, and it's worked. 2 big plays have got them in the end zone. And they're able to drive at will. They just have to keep the drive alive.
Absolutely. Let's see if the Huskies can pin them back here.
It's blocked. It's picked up. And then he falls. But
Big play on special teams for the Yellow Jackets there.
and they have great field position. And it's going to be tough on this Husky defense to see if they can keep the Yellow Jackets out of the end zone.
You are absolutely asking a lot of this defense right now. 2 big stops on 2 separate drives. Coming up with a third one would be absolutely massive here. But at some point, the
But
offense
that would
does have to
also
help
be a
out too.
moment. That would also suck the air out, in my personal opinion. If you could
Absolutely.
get another a drive stalling stop, that could take a lot of momentum away from the Yellow Jackets
You
as
will
far as the second half is going to be concerned. So first and 10, or first and goal, he goes up the middle, and he is stopped.
And what you're hoping for this Huskies defense is to get another stop and send the Yellow Jackets into the locker room at halftime confused and trying to figure out what to do in the second half to move the ball more.
Second and goal. Ball is spotted on the 4. Goes around the edge. He's dragged down. He's going to lose yards.
Good tackle there, 5-on-5. The Yellow Jackets decided to not keep on that one, and I actually don't think that was the right play there. I think the hole was there for the quarterback, but they decided to let the running back keep, and
And
he was
and
taken out.
and you're absolutely right, because that could have been big. I mean, he scored on the last time he pulled it, as his play fakes have been fantastic.
Absolutely, Mel.
So third and goal, as you can hear, Coach Howard hands it off, tries to get around the edge. He does. Can he get in? And he does. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets.
And the Yellow Jackets themselves showing how good they are in the run game on this drive, too. They've been stopped. They were close, but they were able to move the ball. And in the last 2 drives, they were stuffed at the goal line on both different occasions. So good for them to try to keep that momentum going on their side.
As number 5 gets in, and as you can see, this is a battle. It's been a defensive battle of sorts. Number 21 on an attempt to kick. Snaps away. Kick is up. And it is good. So with 2:50 to go before halftime, the Yellow Jackets retake the lead and are up by 2, 14-12.
Still plenty of time left for the Huskies, too, to come out here, put a drive together, and get some more points on the board going into halftime as well.
The Yellow Jackets also do have 2 timeouts still. So let's keep that in the back of our heads as we look to see what the Yellow Jackets are going to do, or the Huskies are going to do before halftime.
I would also like to give a shout out to my mom. It is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. She is a survivor. Mom, shout out to you.
Awesome. Hi, Mom. Hi to both our moms out here. And looks like number 18 will be the one to kick this. Kick is away. It's high. And it's fielded by number 5. Tries to make some room. He tries to slide out, but he doesn't. And I believe that is a good strategy if you are a team that cannot keep up with speed, as the Yellow Jackets. Not saying that they don't have the speed, but what I'm saying is if you know these returners have the capability to break it away at any given time, you want to get your kickoff team down there in a rush to prevent the big return.
Get that ball high up in the air. Get your guys down there. Not allow big plays on special teams. Those can be the ones that really break you.
So first and 10, Yellow Jackets. Ball is on the 30, 33 or 32. Takes a snap, tries to get an end around, and he's brought down immediately.
Gain of 3 there.
Gains 3. It'll be second down and 7 with 2:27 to go. Try to get our clock adjusted. Not a lot of sense of urgency from the Huskies.
Which is a little bit surprising. However, they have been able to move the ball, so
Drops
confidence
back
in
to
the offense
pass. He
here.
looks. He throws it deep. He's got a man open. It's caught. And he is out of bounds.
And we're starting to see that connection here between the quarterback and number 5 on the touchdown play and here on this drive.
I got to imagine the Yellow Jackets coaches are going to be doing a lot of yelling at the DBs on halftime because it's not saying anything bad about these DBs, but what it is I think that you might want to change coverage.
Absolutely. If he's beating you consistently down the sideline there, you're going to want to change something up. And also make a play on the ball. The defender really wasn't tracking the ball there, too, so Phi was able to get in there and make a play.
Throws it again across the middle, almost intercepted. It'll be second down and 10.
Little rush there on the throw. The Yellow Jackets did get into the backfield, rush the quarterback.
And that's what you have to do. You have to put pressure on this quarterback. As if you give him a chance, he's going to pick you apart.
You've seen what happened multiple times today. When he's given that time to drop back, he's going to find an open receiver.
Still, nevertheless, only a 2-point lead separates both teams. I also got to give a special shout out to my mom again, as she's also a Baldwin Wallace alumni. Second down and 10. Takes a snap. Screen pass. Tries to make some moves. He does. Oh, ball is out. Who recovers? Yellow Jackets say they have it.
I'm not sure. There also appears to be an injury
There's
on the
an
play
injury
as
on the
well.
play, but the Yellow Jackets say they have it. And we'll see after the referees / coaches get the scrum up. And the Yellow Jackets do come up with it, so it is Yellow Jackets ball. With 1:30 to go, just before halftime. It's a great play. Going to assume the receiver took a big hit and the ball just drops.
Big turnover there for the Yellow Jackets and a momentum killer for sure for the Huskies. They were moving the ball well. They were making plays, and something like that will really put a hamper on it. But the defense has been playing well. Can they keep them Yellow Jackets pinned back here
As
and
we've
make a big
seen,
stop?
the Yellow Jackets have been prone to turning over the ball. So with 1:30 to go, it is possible we
2
are going to
interceptions
see
on the day.
an interception. So first and 10, Yellow Jackets. Ball is spotted on their own 21. Drops back to pass. He looks. He gets out of the pocket. Sleds a tackle. And he's run out of bounds.
Nice job to get out of bounds there. Stop the clock.
It'll be second down and looks like 7. Actually, that would be 6. So second down and 6. Yellow Jackets are in up tempo.
And it seems to be what's worked for them. When they've started to slow down, it's when the Huskies have been able to make the defensive stops. When they're moving the ball quicker, the Yellow Jackets are having an
And
easier
that is
time.
a great observation. Drops back, looks, throws, got a deep ball. And that is incomplete.
Nice catch there by Coach.
Coach Howard has those hands. So it'll be third down.
And a miscommunication there, definitely, because the quarterback dropped in, threw the ball up, and the wide receiver hadn't even had his head turned around, wasn't looking for the ball. So not sure if that was a miscommunication on the quarterback's end or wide receiver running the wrong route. Big third down here for the Huskies, though.
Third and 7. We have gotten a correction. So third and 7. Takes the snap, drops back to pass. He looks. He's under pressure. He gets grabbed, and he is down for the sack. That Husky defensive line has showed up today.
Absolutely. And another big play on third down to get them off of the field and get the
stoppage.
offense.
And it looks like the Huskies have called another timeout.
Smart job there with a minute left. Give the offense some time. You are close in, but give yourself some times after the punt to kind of make a couple plays and get points on the board.
I think this would be the time. Would you go after this punt, or would you just let him kick it and figure it out from there?
I would absolutely go after this punt. You've got the momentum. Your defense has been making a play. The defensive line has been making a play. See if you can get a push here. I wouldn't send the house, but I would definitely make a play back here. Or try to see if you can make a play back there. I'm sorry.
The Yellow Jackets were able to make a play and get great field position out of it. So let's see what the Huskies dial up. So it is 4th and 11.
And it does look like the Huskies are going to play this safe and look like they're going to try to make a return, which isn't a bad idea.
High snap. They do go after it, and it's a high short punt.
Friendly Yellow Jacket bounce there.
Very friendly Yellow Jacket bounce, and it'll be 1:01 left to go, according to both clocks. As the Huskies get the chance to take the lead. We'll see what the coaches dial up for. As the ball is spotted on the Yellow Jacket 49.
And I think the reason for that was, in watching, the punt actually hit one of the Yellow Jacket players on its way through. That's why the ball moved up originally from where it was down.
So the Yellow Huskies get great field position. Takes the snap, drops back. He looks. There's a screen pass. Tries to get away. And that is a great open field tackle by number 47.
Absolutely. And the blocking was there.
37, excuse me.
If he could have broke that tackle, he was clear and there was nothing but green daylight in front of him. But
I think he should have waited to set the blocks up. That would have been a better way to go about that. But nevertheless, we are up in the booth and they are on the field playing. So hard to tell. So 2nd down. Drops back. He's under pressure, but he does take off. Breaks a tackle. Gets the 1st down. It looks like he's got the 1st down. He's short by 1, so it'll be 3rd down and 1.
as the Huskies are running the hurry up.
And there's a spike with 8 seconds left to go. So
And a
it'll be
good job there.
4th down and
A good
1.
job there to get the clock stopped, give themselves an opportunity. The throws have been there. Can they get somebody down in the end zone, and can they get the ball in there and try to see if somebody can get a hand up and make a catch?
Indeed. So here we go. 8 seconds before halftime. 4th down and 1. Takes the snap. Looks. He throws it deep. He's got a man open. It is caught. And he does get out of bounds with 2 seconds left to go.
An amazing gutsy call on 4th down. The throws have been there.
You are absolutely right, Ken. The throws have been there. And that was a beautiful catch. And way to get out of bounds.
Absolutely. The smarts to know, and actually you could see the wide receiver peek at the clock after he had made the catch. It's a great job by him to get out of bounds and give his offense an opportunity to put some points on the board. And I think the Yellow Jackets have just taken a timeout as well.
And that will actually give the Yellow Jackets a chance to figure some things out. And with 2 seconds to go, like I said, before halftime, this gives the Huskies a great chance to take the lead.
It absolutely does. The run defense for the Yellow Jackets has really turned up here as the quarter has gone on and we've gone into halftime. But once again, the Huskies have been able to kind of throw the ball at will.
And that is something that they actually had much success against Mount Union with back in early September. So if you can move the ball through the air against the Mount Union defense that's tragically scary, imagine what you could do when you have the time, as this quarterback has had,
and
this is going to turn out to be a tale of two halves. Can they keep this up in the second half?
and that'll be big. Can they keep the momentum rolling because they definitely are rolling right now?
First and goal. Ball is on the looks like the 8. 2 seconds to go. Takes the snap. He drops back the pass. He looks. He throws, and it's in the dirt, incomplete. And that will do it for the first half as the Baldwin Wallace Yellow Jackets take a 14-12 lead in the halftime. We will try to get some interviews with either coach, but once we do, we will be back with the second half. So don't go anywhere. We will be right back. And we are back with the second half. That's a live ball. He might want to pick that up. And he does. Can he get it around anywhere?
Made a good return of it.
He should have caught it, as that is a live ball once it passes 10 yards. And that is where the Huskies will start. 1st and 10.
Let's see if the Huskies can continue that momentum, continue moving the ball. The passing game has been pretty lights out in the first half, minus a couple of drops. So let's see if that can continue, and if the Yellow Jackets can make a couple plays.
Well, here's the start of that. We did talk to Coach Howard at the half, and he said we're not going to change anything on defense outside of a block punt. Here's a handoff. Tries to go up the middle. He does. And he gets 2 on the play. So it'll be 2nd down and 8. But we did speak to Coach Howard at halftime. He said he wasn't going to change anything on defense as his defense has been playing lights out. So we know from that he's not going to do anything besides put more pressure on the quarterback. But offensively, he said we just have to stop the blitz package and pick it up. Because they have been sending a delayed blitz package. And that running back, that's number 22. And number 22 is down as we pan away. Actually has number 2, excuse me. And he took a shot going down.
Take a big shot. A good run up
And
the middle.
hopefully he's okay.
He is up on his own feet.
So he will have to sit out a play. But he does get the first down. So as long as he's okay, that first down does not go in vain.
And don't be mistaken by what you're seeing on the screen there. That is sunlight.
Yes, as the sun has once again poked his head out, gave us a little hello. As we are here again, once again, on the campus of Baldwin Wallace University at beautiful Tressle Field and George Finnie Stadium, home of the Yellow Jackets and the Berea Mid-Park Titans. He takes the snap, hands it off, goes around the edge. It's number 8, making some moves. He does get another first down.
And once again, the Huskies establishing that offensive line, establishing the line of scrimmage, moving it back, and running the ball well.
And that's what you want from your offensive line. Just get the line, control the line. If you can control the line, that is the best part of being able to run the ball.
And that's at every level of football. This level, and as you continue to go, you control that line of scrimmage, you're going to control the game.
So 1st and 10 Huskies in pistol formation. Hands it off. Tries to get around the edge. He does. And he gets about 3, maybe 4 on the play. So he gets 4. So it'll be 2nd down and 6.
And you know Coach Howard and the Huskies are definitely going to be taking a shot here soon.
As you rock 'em to sleep mentality. Takes it. Reverse. Can he get around the corner? He doesn't. Yeah, he slips a tackle. He gets 1, so it'll be 3rd down and 5.
Big 3rd down here coming up for the Huskies. Coming out of halftime, can you get out on this first drive, move the ball, gain your momentum back, put some points on the board, put the pressure back on the Yellow Jackets.
This is the second game of a triple header for us, as we will also be at St. Edward's later today to check out the Westside Lightning Youth Program. Take on, I believe it's the 6 Stars. So he drives back to passing, catches the out route, slips the tackle. He's close to the first down.
And yeah, that Westside Lightning 6 Stars game coming up on the 216 Sports Network YouTube page.
And it looks like they're going to punt.
Oh,
I don't think that's a good idea, personally. Oh, they're going for it. And there
a
was a
little
false
tush
start.
push.
But do they call it is the question.
And we're going to see where the referee spots the ball. Yeah, he's going to. Yes,
They
they're going
gave
to.
him the first
They
down.
did. There was a false start, and you can kind of hear it from the crowd, too.
And there's a lot of discontent with the fans, and it is a nice turnout here for the Yellow Jackets. But nevertheless, first and 10 Huskies. The
And
ball is spotted on the Yellow Jacket 49.
let's see if they can take advantage.
Drops back to pass. He throws, and it's dropped by number 27. Gator arms it.
And that's a tough one. That's a potentially a chain moving catch there as the quarterback put it right there in his hands.
So second down and 10. Little subtle nudge. Some updated scores for the NFL for you guys at halftime. The Browns and the 49ers are 10-7 with Niners lead with 34 seconds going into halftime. There's a fumble on the play.
And I do believe the Huskies were able to pick it back up.
Hopefully they did. That'd be a drive killer.
Yes, they did.
And it was told that they did. So
A little sloppy on this first drive out here for the Huskies.
exactly. And that's not what you want. So it'll be third down and looks like 13. Again, Niners up 10-7 over the Browns before halftime. The Commanders take a 17-10 lead into halftime against the Falcons. And the Seahawks and Bengals are 14-10. Bengals leading with 14-13 to go in the third. Takes the snap, drops back to pass. He's under pressure. He throws it deep. He's got a man, and it's just too far away for the receiver.
Pressure definitely affected that throw. Blitz coming in, got a hit on the quarterback.
And
Wasn't
it is
able to
now
find his
fourth
receiver
down.
out there.
It's fourth down, and it looks like the Huskies will have to punt. Some more scores for you guys. The Colts are getting beat on by the Jaguars 21-6. Panthers are losing to the Dolphins 21-14 at halftime. The Vikings in a dogfight with the Bears 12-6 Vikings at halftime, and the Saints and the Texans are 17-10. Texans leading before halftime.
Good punt
There's
by
a
the
great
Howard.
punt. Takes a couple bounces, and
Mm.
it bounces into the end zone.
Got a good bounce. Unfortunately, it didn't hold up there. But let's see what this Huskies defense can do.
So it'll be the Yellow Jackets' first possession. And it'll be first down and 10. Ball will be spotted at the 20 or the 25. I can't remember which one it is. I believe it's the 25. There's a great punt. And I know Coach Howard was hoping it was. Oh, there might be a penalty on the play,
And
as we're told it's running into the kicker.
yeah, 15 and an automatic first down, so the Huskies offense
So
will
the
stay on the
Huskies
field.
catch a break. And the drive stays alive.
Definitely need to take advantage of those opportunities like that. The missed penalty on the first fourth down and a running into the kicker here.
It's something you don't normally see from the Yellow Jackets as we go and run up the middle.
A bit undisciplined. And those are the things that keep your defense out on the field and can eventually cost you in the long run.
It'll be second down and 7 as he gained 3 on the play. Takes the snap, looks to throw, and he's going to be sacked. And he's going to get back to the
Original line of scrimmage there. As the Huskies are going to run into their first big third down here
But
of the
the good
second
thing
half.
about this is I would consider this 4 down territory as they are on the other side of or they're in plus territory rather, excuse me.
And with the way your defense has been making plays, yeah, I had no problem with leaving the offense on the field for 4 downs here.
Drops back to pass, he looks, he throws it deep. He's got a man. It's caught. Touchdown Huskies.
And once again, the big plays coming through the air. Give the quarterback time, give him an opportunity to stand in that pocket and make a play, and once again he makes a play.
And the Huskies now take a 18-14 lead. As we said, you give this quarterback time, he's going to pick you apart with the deep passes, and that's exactly what he's done.
Nice post route down the middle, an outstanding throw on the board for 6. And let's see if the Huskies can convert one of these 2-point conversion opportunities.
This would be the chance to, as they could take a one-score game, at least make it a 20-14 lead.
I'd really like to see the Huskies go right back to the air.
Takes the snap. Does he get in? Doesn't look like he does. And it remains a 4-point lead with 8:16 to go in the third quarter.
And once again, the big play strikes, the big play offense from the Huskies, giving them the lead back.
And if you are any team that has been watching or is going to play the Huskies, this is something you legitimately have to worry about, as these receivers have been on fire.
Absolutely. You can clearly see that the confidence in the passing game is really starting to develop there.
And that wasn't there back in September. Now it is. And you see this quarterback he trusts his receivers to no end.
And the offensive line, we've been talking about it the entire game. The offensive line giving him an opportunity, giving him a clean pocket. He's going to
Which is
make the
something he
plays.
did not have back in September against Mount Union, which is a game we broadcasted earlier in the season. And he did not, the quarterback did not have a line. The blitzes were very exotic coming from Mount Union, and the blitzes have been exotic coming from the Yellow Jackets. And he's adapted and made the best throw he could possibly make.
Having a little bit of difficulty with the wind on the kickoff.
Kicks away. It bounces and goes right into the end zone for a touchback. And the Yellow Jackets will start that drive 1st and 10 on the 25.
And once again, Howard Huskies are going to lean on that defense.
Which has been playing very lights out today.
I also want to see if the Yellow Jackets start to pick the tempo up again. It really, really worked in the first half. They seem to go away from it at first here in the second half. Let's see if they can pick that up.
A great observation. And 1st and 10, Yellow Jackets, 4 wide receivers, 2 to each side.
A little confusion on the play.
Takes it, tries to go up the middle. He does, makes a couple moves. And he runs into a host of Huskies, but not before he gets actually does get the 1st down.
As they're moving the chains, yeah.
So 1st and 10.
And once again, we've seen that quarterback run.
And here's the up tempo you were just talking about.
Absolutely. It's been working, and the quarterback runs have been working, as you see here.
Great hit. And he's brought down. Still gets 3 on the play. So 2nd and 7.
Definitely a big hit. You could hear that one up here.
That's not one I want to hear. So 2nd and 7. Ball is on their own 38-yard line. As Baldwin Wallace has now put the more mobile quarterback in now. Number 2 takes the snap, fakes the handoff, pulls it. There's a great block to get him free, and he finally is brought down. And he's short of the first down, so it'll be 3rd down and 2.
Jeff Saturday would appreciate that with some pancakes.
So would Joe Thomas. And up tempo for the Yellow Jackets again. And he will get the first down as their line is still pushing. So he's getting more than what was needed.
And we've seen it when the Yellow Jackets start to use that tempo, it's really, really in their favor.
And that's the beauty of that offense for the Yellow Jackets, as they've been able to keep this defense tired by not letting them rest. So that is something that the Yellow Jackets needed, as now they're going to line up. It's still in up tempo.
Over 5 to 6 yards just from the offensive line pushing on that play.
And number 5 takes it, and he's brought down.
It'll be a loss of 1. That's a good tackle in the backfield.
It's a great tackle in the backfield. It'll be 2nd down and 11.
And this will be important for the Huskies. You know the tempo is coming. What can you do to adjust?
As Coach Howard would say, this is why we condition. And conditioning does help, because when you go against teams like this, it's going to be costly on your cardio.
Absolutely.
Fakes the handoff. He drops back to pass. He looks. He throws. He's got a man. It's intercepted by the Huskies. And he's got room. He's got speed.
He might take it.
He runs into the scrum. But nevertheless, the Huskies get another turnover. That's 3 interceptions on the day for the Huskies.
And as we just talked about, how can you adjust and how can you adapt to the up-tempo? They're trying to push you. They're making quick runs. They try to drop back, take advantage of an opportunity, and the Huskies are the ones that are actually taking advantage of it themselves.
Now if they can put one in the end zone, this will be something to see, as this is a momentum shift, as the Yellow Jackets were driving, and now yet another interception. And you're starting your drive in great field position.
100%. And if you can get some points on the board, you're going to really, really start to push the Yellow Jackets to have to force the throw. You've already had 3 interceptions, so can you put your defense in another opportunity to make some plays? But let's see what the offense can do here.
And you are absolutely right, because we have not seen or heard about the Yellow Jackets playing from behind very much this season. 1st and 10. Takes the snap, hands it off. Gets maybe 1 on the play. Actually, they're going to say he got back to the line of scrimmage. So it'll be 2nd down and 10.
The Yellow Jackets have definitely come out in the second half here and have definitely been able to establish the run defense.
Even with that, the Huskies have still been able to move the ball.
Absolutely.
And it got, say he lost 1, so 2nd down and 11. But even with them establishing the run defense, they've still had trouble stopping the run on certain plays. Takes the snap, drops back. He's under pressure. He throws it deep, just outside of the reach of the receiver. As once again, the Huskies take a shot down the field. And if you're one of the Baldwin Wallace's defensive coaches, your heart's got to be pounding every time a receiver is downfield wearing white.
Anytime that ball seems to be up in the air and you're on defense for the Yellow Jackets, it doesn't seem to be going in your favor.
So it'll be 3rd down and 11. But nevertheless, the Huskies have been able to make the plays needed to keep this game close. Takes a snap, drops back to pass. He's being flushed out of the pocket. He throws, and it's incomplete in the dirt. So it'll be 4th down and 11. And I'm going to assume that the Huskies are going for it, especially in this territory. We've seen what they've done on third and fourth down today.
And there also seems to have been a different quarterback in on this drive as well as number 5 came in.
Actually, they're going to punt as number 6 for the Yellow Jackets has come on the field.
And let's see if the Huskies can do exactly what they did this last time, and that's pin them back, force the Yellow Jackets to try to move the ball on you and make a play, as they've done 3 separate times today.
And there's a delay of game, which is not necessarily a bad thing, because with the way the Huskies have been punting, the punts have gone in the end zone. So it'll back them up 5, so it'll be 4th and 16.
And hopefully a chance to pin them back deep.
Which is something that would be beneficial to your defense. Takes the snap, punts it away. It's high and it's deep. Takes a bounce, and it is going into the end zone for a touchback. So once again, the Yellow Jackets will be starting at the 25. And we will see if the Yellow Jackets can put together an offense.
And once again, the tempo was working for the Yellow Jackets.
You are absolutely right. It was. So we will see. First and 10.
But these DBs for the Huskies have been able to just make plays whenever the ball's in the air.
And that's the scary part. You can't throw you can only throw intermediate to short passes against this defense. As the Huskies take a 5-yard penalty and offsides. So it'll be 1st and 5. Don't know what that was about. Maybe there was some miscommunication on defense. Takes the snap, hands it off. He's got some room. And there's a great tackle by number 54.
Absolutely. Way to get out there in the open field, get the running back wrapped up, dropping down for a loss.
2nd down and 2. This Husky defense has been all over the place.
Absolutely.
Swarming, making great open field tackles.
Great open field tackles, and when one guy can't bring him down, there's always a second and a third to give him a hand.
Takes the snap, hands off again, gets some room. He gets to the outside. Can he beat that one man? He doesn't. That's number 27. He's pushed out of bounds, but he does get the first down.
And you see here, they're running up to the line of scrimmage. They're trying to pick up the tempo. The Huskies know this. Make sure there's good communication on the defense.
And it's a gain of 7. So it'll be 2nd down and 3. Shotgun formation with the wing for the Yellow Jackets. He takes it up the middle, calls his own number, breaks a tackle, and he's finally brought down, but he does get the first down.
And I think you can say that quarterback run up the middle has been probably the most successful running play for the Yellow Jackets this afternoon.
It has been, because once again, they've moved from number 14 at quarterback to number 2, and both quarterbacks have run very well, and it's kept the Husky defense off balance, as they don't know who to grab or who to tackle.
the big things for the Huskies is they've been able to make the plays, make 3 interceptions. You've been able to get off the field, even though they've had
Takes
that
the snap,
success on the ground.
hands it off. He's got a big hole, and then he's met.
And you're absolutely right. There was a big hole in the play, and the Huskies' defensive players did a great job to close those gaps up and take that hole away.
Gets 3 on the play, so it'll be 2nd and 7.
Second down and 7.
Still in the wing for the Yellow Jackets. 2 wide receivers to the far side.
And a fullback in.
For those watching, we do apologize. I forgot to mention the Yellow Jackets are. There's a timeout called by the Yellow Jackets, so that'll drop them down to 2. Huskies still have 3, but we forgot to mention the Yellow Jackets in their traditional brown and gold uniforms. Huskies in the all white. With 1:28 to go in the third quarter. So it'll be 2nd down and 7.
In around the same area where the Huskies were able to get an interception on the last drive. So let's see what the Huskies can do here on
And
this
if
big
I'm
defensive
the
play.
Baldwin Wallace coach, offensive coordinator, I am not throwing the ball. You've been sticking with the run and it's worked. He drops back to pass. He got a man open, and he is blasted.
Woo!
So is it safe to mention that these Howard Husky DBs can also hit?
Yes, yes. This is a very sound tackling team. That's a big hit. That's hit stick worthy right there.
The tackling has vastly improved over the last few weeks. So yeah, I'm scared to say, you know, if I'm a receiver, me and these quarterbacks are gonna have a talk when we get back to the sideline. Hey, we gotta watch how we throw these passes. These guys are waiting to hit us.
Not setting me up for hospital balls.
So 3rd and 7. Takes the snap, hands it off. He's got a room up the middle, and that is number 54, Kyle Sizit. Sizit. I apologize if I butcher that name, but shout out to Coach Will for giving us a defensive roster. Sizit is one of the best tacklers on the team, as you can see,
And a huge third down stop there for the Huskies.
which makes it 4th and 5. Actually, it's going to be 6. And they're going to go for it.
You can sense the Yellow Jackets seeing that the Huskies are moving the ball.
I kind of
Definitely.
wonder if they wouldn't have gone for a field goal. This looks like this would have been a great 48, 49-yard field goal. He takes it up the middle. He does get the first down. So that answers that question.
But I don't disagree with you. It would not have been a bad spot to put 3 points on the board
And
and
make it
then
a
lean back
one-score
on
game.
lean back on your defense for the whole rest of the fourth. But it did work out.
So here we go, 1st and 10.
And the quarterback wrapped up in the backfield.
And that's going to do much of nothing, as he's going to lose 3 on that play.
Well, I'm not sure if I'm Baldwin Wallace. I'm going to call another play here. I might let the clock run out on the third quarter. And
They say, and that's what it's going to be, as the Huskies take a 18-14 lead into the fourth quarter. We will switch sides of the field and be right back with the 4th and final quarter. And we are back with the fourth and final quarter. He's caught. He gets some room, and he is in. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets.
And a big play for them to start the fourth quarter
Indeed. Now
as they retake the lead.
they're still only up by 2. And that's the thing about the Huskies is they've kept the score to within 1 score of each other. So if the Huskies can put together a drive and get some points out of it, this will be a game for both teams, and especially both teams' defense.
And it
And
looks
it
like
looks like the Huskies, not the Huskies, the Yellow Jackets are going to go for 2.
which I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I agree with this decision, Mal.
Strategically, it would put them up. Hands it off, throws, and he catches it. So the 2-point conversion is good.
And that's why I'm up here in the booth.
That's not necessarily a bad thing. And that makes it a 4-point game. So the Huskies have to score a touchdown.
And now for the Huskies, can you establish that run a bit? But more importantly, can you continue to hit the big plays down the field?
I'm not going to put anything past this Husky receiving core.
Not at all.
So I would say it might be possible for them to exactly put the ball in play for these receivers. And it is now a tie game downtown Cleveland. The Browns and 49ers are tied 10-10 with 10:59 to go in the third.
Not a lot of people saw that scoreline coming.
Kicks away, it's high, and it is returnable.
Try to make a man miss.
He does make a man miss, and then he's corralled at around the 30. And that is where the Huskies will take over, 1st and 10. And the Huskies come marching on the field. Look like they're ready already.
Bringing in a little bit of up-tempo on their own.
Hands it off. Gets a few. And he's pulled back.
And the Yellow Jackets arguing that the ball came out, and it looks like it did.
But they're going to say forward progress was stopped. And it'll be 2nd down. And his forward progress was stopped. So it'll be 2nd down and 6. And you hear the Husky faithful across the field. So 2nd and 6.
Big drive here for the Huskies.
Fakes the handoff. He takes it up the middle. Tries to make a move. And he does. So it'll be 3rd down and 4. A long 4.
Big 3rd down for the Huskies. Been able to pick these up and convert these along the way. Let's see if they can pick this one up here.
You see the crowd and both teams getting into it now. Takes the snap, drops back to pass. He's under pressure. He has to get rid of it. It's caught. It's dropped. And now it's a 4th down situation. And what do you do?
On a couple of these, the Huskies have been aggressive,
But it looks like they're going to punt here as they are
and I
deep
think
in their own territory.
and I think that's the smart choice here. Yes, you did give up a touchdown on that last drive, but your defense has been making plays today.
Also, the Yellow Jackets had to earn that touchdown.
Absolutely.
It's a great punt. It goes right to him. He goes right up the middle, and then he's brought down. And that is where the Yellow Jackets will take over 1st and 10.
And I don't know about you, Mel, but as soon as that clock struck and the fourth quarter started, you definitely feel the intensity picked up on the field, in the stands, all over the place. This
Yeah,
is a close game, and you can tell both teams really, really want this.
and that's the great thing about football, man. The pageantry of college football is here, even at the Division III level and the junior college level.
Absolutely.
So 1st and 10, Yellow Jackets, ball spotted on the Husky 48. Takes the snap, hands it off to number 40, and Sizik is right there to meet him.
As he has been all game.
Sizik is not the guy you want to meet in the dark alley.
Absolutely not.
But
No,
then
thank you.
again, if I had to have a bodyguard, I think I might want to go with him.
For sure.
So it'll be 2nd and 13. Hands it off. He's got a great. Well, he had a great hole.
And who in on there? Who in on the tackle again? Number
Sizik again.
54.
Sizik again.
And you see him out there. You see him talking to the defensive players. You see him moving guys around. Definitely a leader on that team. We got a 3rd and 10 coming up here for the Yellow Jackets as they made another quarterback change.
Yeah, number 14's back in, who started the game. Takes the snap, drops back the pass. He throws over the middle. Oh, just out of the hands of the pass intended for number 16. And now it's 4th down for the Yellow Jackets, and it looks like they're going to punt.
And I don't want to pile on the Yellow Jackets. These are a whole bunch of college kids. But the passing game has not been pretty today. 3 interceptions, a couple of drops, and a more than a couple of miscommunication and some missed throws.
Absolutely right. That's not anything bad to come down on the Yellow Jackets. That's
No,
just what we've seen. So if you've been watching this game all day, that's exactly what's been happening. The DBs for the Huskies have made it clear it's going to be a no-fly zone. It's a great punt. He's going to move out of the way, and it's going to be down just outside of the 5 at the 6.
I actually think the Yellow Jackets could have let that actually roll for a couple more yards, so a break there for the Huskies.
Absolutely right, because if you can pin the Huskies back, you have a shot. If you're the Yellow Jackets defense, you have a shot for a great field position on a punt, or maybe in the case of what happened in the first half, a block punt,
Yes.
and you almost scored on that. But you did turn that into turnover points, so we will see what the Yellow Jackets do on defense as far as the Huskies are concerned. I'm pretty sure they're going to take some shots downfield. So 1st and 10.
It's worked.
First and
So I
10
would not see
Huskies.
why they wouldn't try.
You were right. So 1st and 10 Huskies. It goes up the middle. He's got some room. He gets over the 5, close to the 10-yard line.
That's a good job of getting through the hole and opening your offense up, opening the playbook up.
So 2nd down and looks like 6. Hands it off again. Tries to get up the middle. They're pushing the pile.
And they really tried to push that
The Yellow Jackets are
pile.
really pushing when they say they have the ball, but after it's always after forward progress has been stopped. So it'll be third down. Looks like he gained one, so it'll be third down and 5.
And as we get later and later, as this clock starts to wind down, these third downs are going to start to become super, super important.
Tries to break the tackle, and he's brought down. I get the sentiment on that pass play, but I don't know if that was the right call for the quarterback to make.
I agree.
So it'll be
The
fourth
in,
down,
the intermediate passes for the Huskies has not been as successful as some of the deeper shots.
and I think that the Yellow Jackets are aware of that and are making the right adjustment to that. So it'll be fourth down, and he lost yards on that play, so it'll be fourth down and 7.
Number 6 again back to punt or to receive the punt for the Yellow Jackets. I apologize. And if you ever wanted to catch one of those big bounces,
It's high and it's short. It's going to take a bounce, and it's going to bounce laterally and then roll dead at the Husky. Looks like 27 or 8. See where the ref spotted.
not that you would think you would be giving out commentator curses on your first game, but now Huskies gonna look to lean on that defense. They once again.
And that's you got to commend the Husky defense as they are low on numbers. If you look at the sidelines, Baldwin Wallace has vastly more numbers than the Huskies do, and the Huskies have stood tough and
And
played hard the entire game.
And I'm going to be honest, I don't think that the Yellow Jackets have actually taken advantage of that enough. They were moving the ball with some tempo, and it really worked. But it felt like every time they tried to slow that down, that's when the Huskies are able to make a play.
First and 10. He throws it. There's no DB over there, but he drops it. He drops an easy touchdown pass as the coaches for Baldwin Wallace had made it clear there was no DB over there. And I don't know what happened on that, but he drops an easy touchdown pass. Nobody decided to call timeout on the Huskies, which is probably a good thing because you would have wasted a timeout. But now it's it's a loss of down.
And he would have walked in for 6. He wouldn't even had to have run. He could have walked.
You are absolutely right.
And you could actually hear the coaches on this sideline because we are on the closer to the Baldwin Wallace players. You could hear them screaming that wide receiver was open, and the quarterback thought about that throw way too much.
And that's almost heartbreaking. Like you could have went up 2 scores off of a Notre Dame-ish mistake, and I'm sorry, Kyle, but you're missing players on the field, and you don't catch the ball, and you blow it.
It's going to take me a minute to recover from that.
I'm sorry, man.
No, it's okay. But you're absolutely correct.
Hands it off to number 6. He pitches it. He breaks the tackle, gets to the outside. He's still on his feet. It doesn't look like he has anywhere to go, and he lost yards.
The gang tackling for the Howard Huskies has been absolutely on point today. Yes, he broke some tackles, but there was nowhere to go. Anytime he was moving, there was another defender to come in, and that's a great job.
And you can see that is if you've watched our last game with the Huskies against Mount Union till now, you see that is a great improvement. And this is something that you don't see. Like you go up against a team with low numbers, you usually have an advantage, but clearly the Huskies have improved enough to where you don't have that advantage anymore.
No,
So
not at all.
Third down and 12.
Let's see if the Huskies can get another stop here.
Drops back to pass. He looks. He's under pressure. He throws.
And another overthrow.
Incomplete.
And once again, and we've been a bit critical of it, but the Baldwin Wallace Yellow Jackets offense has been able to move the ball run-wise, but has not been able to move the ball through the air.
And it looks like the Yellow Jackets are going to go for it.
Now, I know saying this could come back to haunt me, but I really, really don't agree with this. I would be much better off maybe taking a flyer on my kicker as the wind is blowing out from the direction that they are would be kicking from.
So, yeah, the wind is coming from the south, going to the north.
So this will definitely be controversial if they don't pick this up.
Drops back to pass. He looks. He's under pressure. He takes off running. He just might get the first down. He does. And then he gets out of bounds.
And that a big call by the Yellow Jackets, but once again, how did they get it through and how did they get that first down? Running the football.
You're
And a quarterback run once again.
you're absolutely right on your observation about the quarterback running. Is outside of number 6 at running back, the quarterbacks have done the best rushing job.
Absolutely.
So first down and 10.
And
Huskies
a
have to keep them out of the end zone if they want a shot.
absolutely a big stand here for the Huskies.
And he goes up the middle, and then he's brought down. So it'll be second down. Actually, it'll be second and goal.
And what you're hoping here for the Huskies, obviously you want the ball back. Can you get a turnover? Can you get a stop on fourth down? But at the best, can you limit them to 3? Can you make
If you
them
can
get
limit them to 3, it makes it a legit 7-point game.
Yep. And give your offense an
'Cause
opportunity.
You're only down 4 right now. If you can get a turnover or limit them to a field goal, you are only at a 7-point game, which makes it a legit one-score game, and you have the ability to score at will. Takes the snap, hands it off. And Sizik, he breaks his tackle, and is he in? He is in. Touchdown. Yellow Jackets.
And one of the first times today we saw the Huskies not actually tackle a guy on the first point of contact, and the Yellow Jackets were able to break through.
Now it's a 2-score game with 6:39 left to go.
Still plenty of time for this Huskies offense, though.
And looks like they're going to kick a field goal with this one.
Major
confusion.
major miscommunication here by the Yellow Jackets, not having the right guys on the field for the extra point.
And that's going to cause you in the days coming at practice.
Absolutely.
Snaps away, kick is up.
And it's blocked!
And
it's
kicked
returnable!
Up. It is returnable. And he is off to the races. The kicker is not going to catch him
at all.
He is gone. That is a 2-point swing.
And we talked about it.
It is now still a 1-score game.
And we've talked about it. The special teams plays for Baldwin Wallace, it has not been on point today. The special teams have kind of been a bit erratic, and now you see how it costs them in the long run here.
It's been a while since I've seen a blocked field goal or blocked extra point go for 2.
And he came in clean, untouched, got his hand to the ball, scoop up, take it to the house. That's well done.
Boy, if you haven't seen a barn burner all season, folks, on our YouTube channel, you're watching one now because this just turned into a 1-score game, and it is possible the Huskies can come back and win, especially now that they get the ball back. They just took 2 points away from the Yellow Jackets.
And not only that, with the Huskies, is that they have been going for 2 all game. They're prepared. They know if we can get into the end zone, we know what we're going to do. So let's see if they can get this ball down and make a couple plays.
And that miscommunication on the special teams turned out to be costly.
Absolutely. And we have talked, and we've been discussing this the entire game. The Yellow Jackets have been sloppy.
He drops it. He has to pick it up. And he goes down at the 5.
So as we just talked about, a bit of sloppiness on both sets of special teams, but Howard Huskies coming in.
I was going to say, the sloppiness cost one team 2 points.
Absolutely. Costly error. And as we were talking about before the play, they were running a guy on late. They didn't have the right guys on the field. There was miscommunication, and look what happens. Now let's see if the Huskies can capitalize. 6:33 left. There's only going to be so many drives left in this game.
So first and 10. Ball is spotted on the 5 for the Huskies. That is number 5 at quarterback. Takes the snap. He drops back to pass. He's under pressure. He gets away. Still breaks a tackle. Oh, he's hit. He shouldn't have took that hit, but he does gain 1 on the play. So it'll be second down and 9.
As the clock continues to roll down here.
And this is not what you wanted to start your drive off with if you're the Huskies. But you literally just you got a little bit of momentum. You just made this a 1-score game instead of a 2-score game. So second down, number 5 is at the quarterback spot. Takes the snap, hands it off, goes up the middle. He gets to the 10. So it'll be third down and 5.
Critical third down here for the Huskies. And you can't see it right in front of us here, but the coach for the Yellow Jackets
Is
just had
irate.
Absolutely. He pulled his offense in. They got a good chewing out. Definitely wasn't happy about the penalties, but definitely getting them together. But yeah, a big third down here for the Huskies. Need a conversion to keep this drive going, to be able to give yourself an opportunity to tie this game up.
This would be the time I would at least try to take a shot. I mean, you may have enough time to get one more crack at it, but right about now, I would take a shot.
Absolutely.
Hands it off, spins off, he gets it. He fumbles the ball.
I'm not was he
But
down?
they say he was down.
I know it's going to be controversial and you can hear the fans, but I absolutely think that was the right call. I believe his knee was down.
And you hear the discontent in the Baldwin Wallace fans.
We are definitely on the road today.
And he does get the first down. So he moves the chains.
And I know controversial, but we can see it up here. And I do believe that was the right call.
And you can see it on our screen, or on your screen for those at home watching. You can see it. His knee was down. So first and 10. Drops back to pass. He looks. And he's under pressure, and he's going to be sacked. And they're saying fumble again, but he was already down. So it'll be second down, and he loses almost 10. So it looks like second down and 19.
And the clock's starting to tick down for the Huskies.
And we're at 3:50 and counting, according to our screen.
And now for Coach Howard, it's time to hopefully one of these guys can make a play.
You got to get a play that gets you back to the sticks at least.
Absolutely.
Drops back to pass. He takes it. He throws it. Rolls out. Can he make a move? Runs into some tacklers. And he gets close enough back to the original line of scrimmage. It'll be third down.
Another big 3rd and 10 here. 3 minutes, coming down to 3 minutes left in the fourth.
I have to question why Coach Howard hasn't thought about using a timeout.
A timeout or a deep shot. Now, I did notice that number 5 came in to replace number 7 at quarterback, so I don't know if that's potentially why they have taken less shots in the second half.
So third down and 10. He throws it. He's got a man. It's picked off. I don't know if I would have made that throw.
Definitely a tough throw. And the first big defensive play there for the Yellow Jackets as they get their first interception of the game.
And you know what? Now that you mentioned that, that is absolutely correct. As they've gotten fumbles, but they have not gotten an interception. But nevertheless, they get a turnover when it was needed. And with 2:49 to go, I'm going to assume that the Yellow Jackets are going to run this clock out. But again, the Huskies have 3 timeouts.
Absolutely. 3 timeouts. Can your defense come out here and make a play? Again for you. They've bailed you out multiple times.
He hands
Can
it
they come
off,
through again?
and that is number 50, Patrick Carter. So Carter getting in on the action.
Coach Howard elected not to take one of his timeouts here. But once again, the Yellow Jackets are actually continuing to
Second
move with a
down
bit
and
of
9.
tempo,
Yes.
which I actually don't think is the right play here. But
Well, I think that what they're doing is they probably all already have the play. They're just going to milk the clock for what it is. So with
absolutely.
2:16 and counting, this is a good idea by the Yellow Jacket offense. Looks to throw, but then he calls his own number. Stiff arms a guy. Oh, man. What a stiff arm. And now he's brought out of bounds. That was a great stiff arm.
And a big first down pick up there.
And that does move the chains. You were right.
The only problem is he did go out of bounds, so that is going to stop the clock. That does give the Huskies an opportunity to potentially make to make a couple stops. They still do have all 3 of those timeouts.
And I would start thinking about using them right about now.
Absolutely.
As the clock does not move until the snap.
I didn't have a problem with Coach Howard holding on to those
Actually,
timeouts.
the ref is signaling to start the clock now, as he was contacted before he went out of bounds. And there's a stoppage. There's a timeout, and he does call a timeout. So the Huskies are now with 2 timeouts, and we will stick right here with the timeout.
Gutsy play by Baldwin Wallace. A gutsy play by the quarterback to call his own number, try to make a play for the first down, and was able to, but still some time here for the Huskies. Still timeouts available.
With 1:35 left to go as we get our clock adjusted to Baldwin Wallace's clock.
And we apologize for that, but they've kind of been going back and forth between running it, stopping it, traditional college rules, and back and forth. So,
Nevertheless,
well, they've
give
actually
them 5 seconds.
they've actually added some more time on the clock, so it'll be 1:40 now.
First and 10, Yellow Jackets. Takes a snap, he hands it off. Still in bounds. And that's going to be close to a first down. He gets 7 on the play. So he's 2nd down and 7. Well, truth be told, one more first down and this game might be over.
Absolutely.
Unless Coach Howard decides to use all of his timeouts.
Yellow Jackets looking to put away. The Huskies looking for some kind of almost miracle at this point, a fumble, some kind of turnover.
And we have seen weirder things happen in football.
Absolutely. As we saw the extra point blocked and returned earlier.
Who saw that coming? 2nd and 3. And he does get the first down, and that will do it for the Yellow Jackets as they get the first down that they needed. And all they have to do now is take a knee.
And not take notes from the University of Miami. Not take a knee.
You know what? You are absolutely right. That actually, a shout out to my cousin Wesley, who's a University of Miami, Florida alumni / player. He probably was irate when that happened.
Because, yeah, the Huskies are going to, or I'm sorry, the Yellow Jackets are going to line up here and take a knee.
He takes the knee. And that is going to do it. As a close game played by the Huskies. They have nothing to hang their hat on, or hold their head down, rather.
Absolutely not.
This game was everything that we expected it to be. Turnovers, scoring, defense, and a little bit of special teams play.
Absolutely. The Huskies took the Yellow Jackets to the brink. They absolutely brought the best game out of the Yellow Jackets I think they probably have had in a little while here for this second unit. But the Huskies definitely proved that they were worthy of being on this field today. Beyond that,
as the Yellow Jackets now improve to 5-1, and the Yellow Jackets will drop to 2-5 on the season. But nevertheless, had you not saw this game, you would have thought that the Yellow Jackets were just going to walk away with this game, and clearly they didn't.
No,
They were playing from behind, and a lot of times I think it put a lot of pressure on the Yellow Jackets by the Huskies.
absolutely. They had to play for behind for majority of this game. It wasn't until going into the third, fourth quarter there that they started to kind of take the game themselves. But the Huskies definitely have nothing to hang their hats on today. They came out, they put up points, they played really well.
If you're Coach Howard, I honestly believe you are proud of this effort. As again, you played one of the best O.A.C teams. This is your second O.A.C team this season, and you played them to the brink, and you even brought it to the point where you almost came within one score of winning this game, or at least tying it up and going to overtime.
Absolutely, and they were able to move the ball. I think the numbers game, I think, is definitely huge. I mean, you can see just the differences is right now, just as you're seeing on the screen of how many players Baldwin Wallace has compared to how many players that the Howard Huskies have, and those number games definitely come into play as you get towards the later end on the offensive line and the defensive line, and that definitely helped the Yellow Jackets out. But the Huskies played an amazing game. They moved the ball very well. I definitely think if I'm walking out of here and I'm the Yellow Jackets, the coaching session is going to be very intense come
Oh
come
man,
Monday
I
morning
I
because
imagine
especially in the defensive backs room.
I imagine for the Yellow Jackets coaching staff, somebody's going to do a lot of running
Absolutely.
on the defensive in the defensive backs room.
And special teams as well. That there was a special teams late run on and a costly blocked in return that could have cost the Yellow Jackets big time because that would have given the Huskies an opportunity to tie the game up with a touchdown and an
Yeah,
extra point. Or I'm sorry, two
outside
point
of the
conversion.
Huskies getting 3 interceptions before turnovers altogether that we were able to catch. So don't don't take away from the fact that the Huskies have the team. They just need the numbers.
Yeah,
So with that, you can catch us later on today from St. Edward's High School as we will see the West Side Lightning Youth Organization in action. But what are your thoughts on this game as we go and watch the Huskies, head back to the locker room?
I definitely, first of all, it was an amazing opportunity to be here today for my first game. So I thank you for that. I think you could clearly see the improvement. This is not the same team that it was a month ago and that went up to Mount Union. This is a very disciplined football team. This is a very well coached football team. I think Coach Howard deserves a lot of credit for that. I definitely think just in the long run, what's going to catch up to this team is just the lack of numbers. And I don't think that that's fair to put on the players on the field and the coaching staff. You can only run with what you've got. But those boys definitely came out and put up a great effort, an outstanding effort. They deserve to get on the bus with their heads up because that is a phenomenal effort today.
You are absolutely right, especially on the fact that they shredded the Baldwin Wallace secondary
Absolutely.
and went well over at least 300 yards with the big plays downfield and touchdowns galore. So with that, I am going to say this is not the same team we saw a month ago, and I am actually proud of this team because they stood in there again with one of the tougher O.A.C teams and went blow for blow. Had it not been for the numbers game, we may be seeing a different outcome.
Absolutely. This Baldwin Wallace Yellow Jacket team has always been disciplined. It's been disciplined since my uncle played here back in the 80s. So definitely not what we're accustomed to seeing when in terms of Yellow Jackets football, in terms of the bit of sloppiness from them today.
Yeah, well, in the film room, we'll see what happens. But for now, for our cameraman, Andrew, for Ken, and for myself, Romel Thorpe, we will see you guys in a few hours, and we will see you later.